Hey guys, I'm Bobby Rio, and I want to welcome you to this special program that I created for you called Multiply Your Money with Memberships. And I'm really excited about this program because I'm going to be teaching you basically the winning formula that was enabled me to grow my business from back in 2008 until today, over a course of 10 years, from literally starting from scratch and within just almost a couple months having enough income to quit my job, and then within a few years having enough income where I was, very, very financially well off. And when I look back over that period of time, I can contribute almost all of the early success to the fact that right from the beginning, I added memberships to my products. So this program, the goal of this program is to develop a membership site in 30 days or less. So you may notice, there's so many different types of memberships out there, right? And I have on the screen, you're not trying to create the next Netflix, because Netflix is a multi-billion-dollar membership site. And there's all types of these membership sites, right? The WWE Network is essentially a membership site. The various ESPN membership sites, the Dollar Shave Club is a membership site. These are all billion-dollar or multi-million-dollar companies, but we're not trying to create that, right? We're coming up with a membership site that you can get out in the next 30 days that will be making you, thousands of dollars a month. And that's what I did back in 2008 with my first membership site, which it took me literally up to 30 days to do it, get it out. And I think within 4 months, it was making me about $3,000 or $4,000 a month just from the membership sites. By the end of the year, I was making about $10,000 a month. So in this program, we're going to teach you simple ways to come up with ideas. We're going to go over a simple way to set it up, right? Because like I said, we're not trying to build a Netflix. We don't need anything. If the idea is too complex, you're not going to do it, or it's going to take so long to do it, or it's going to be so expensive that it's not going to get done. So what we want to do here is I want to show you a simple way to do it. And I'm going to show you the way that I did it 10 years ago that still works today. That was literally the easiest. Like, I got it off the ground in like I said, 30 days, and that's including creating 2 months worth of the content for my membership, which I'm going to show you how to do here. I'm also going to teach you in this program simple ways to manage it and keep customers happy, because ultimately a membership is great only if the customers enjoy it and if the customers stick with the membership. If everybody quits the first month, well, then it really isn't going to be a successful membership site. So that's my goal. My goal really in this program is to basically give you what I was given 10 years ago when somebody told me to create a membership site, and they didn't give me nearly the amount of instructions that I'm going to be providing you over the course of this training, but they gave me the roadmap and they showed me that it was possible, and they told me not to overthink it. And like I said, that's what I did. And within a couple months, that membership site was making me $3,000 or $4,000 a month, and by the end of the year was making me $10,000 a month. So that's my goal for you. So why a membership site? Well, the first reason to create a membership site and to add it to your programs, and in this program, I'm assuming, right, that you have some product that you're already selling. If you went through Rob's Passive Income Blueprint and you watched our Passive Income webinar, we talked about the digital publishing model. So a lot of what I'm talking about here is going to be kind of related to that, although you can take the concepts that we're talking about here and add it to a physical product, like, for instance, a supplement, Dollar Shave Club, like they send out razors every month. But we're going the simplest model, which is digital publishing. And when it comes to digital publishing, the reason it's better for the customers is because the reason it's better for the customers is because when somebody buys a training, right? So I teach how to get a girlfriend or how to improve your dating life. When somebody buys that training, they're usually pretty motivated at that moment to solve that issue. So they buy the training. But then what happens is they go through the training really fast, and then they get distracted from it. You've probably been in that situation. Maybe over some point you bought a book on, working out or weight loss or whatever, and you were really excited about it. You read it, and it made sense, and you were really like, oh, wow, this is going to work. But then life takes over, and and next thing you know, you've fallen back into your old habits. Memberships allow you to continue to teach your customer and help them get results. So with my first program that I had a membership site, it was called Make Small Talk Sexy, and I added a membership called the Social Training Lab because I knew that, if guys have trouble being too shy around women and they don't know how to make the right conversations, it's not a problem that is going to be solved overnight. It's going to be a problem that's going to take probably about 6 months of exercising that new skill you're building to learn it. So by adding the membership and giving them weekly lessons and new things they're learning, you're able to extend the relationship and teach them over a longer period of time. So it's actually better for the customers. It's also better for you because you make one sale and you get paid monthly. So if you look at like Netflix, right? I pulled out my credit card about 4 years ago and put $9.99 on my credit card to subscribe to Netflix. Now, 4 years later, I've been billed $9.99 for 48 straight months, but I only had to pull my credit card out once. And that's the beauty of the membership. People hate pulling their credit cards out to buy something. So once they join a membership, you're automatically billing them as long as they continue to be a member. So you don't have that resistance. You only have to make the sale once and you get paid monthly. I think that's self-explanatory, but it's really a mind-blowing concept when you think about it because even a site, even a successful company like McDonald's, right? They depend on their customers coming back to the store every month. And if their customers doesn't come back to the store, they don't get paid. On the other hand, you have a site like Blue Apron, right, where they ship you ingredients and food and you make the meals at home. The customer pulled out their credit card, in the heat of saying, you know what, I want to cook better food for myself at home. They joined this, and now every week they're getting these shipments in, and every month they're being billed, $80 for that shipment, whether or not they decide that they wanted it this month, right? Until they cancel, they continue to get billed. So one sale you make and you get paid monthly. It's also recurring and passive. So, we talk about, creating a digital product as being passive, and to an extent, certain extent it is, right? I created products like Make Small Talk Sexy back in 2008, 2009, magnetic messaging, 5 or 6 years ago. And those products still make sales. I don't do anything for them. I haven't even, updated them. But it's not truly passive in the sense that, you got to promote it in some way, right? In some way, you need to get somebody to purchase it. However, if somebody purchased my membership 2 years ago, I'm still making sales from those customers if they're still a member, right? I don't have to convince them to buy again. Whereas with a digital product, you're convincing them to buy. You need somebody to buy, and if people stop buying that product, you stop making money. Whereas with a membership, if somebody bought that product 2 years ago and you have a membership that's ongoing, it's never ending. You can still be charging people for 2 years for the same product. It allows you to spend more to get customers. So this is sort of a higher thinking thing, and depending on where you are in your level of digital publishing business or even business in general. But the idea is the more money you can spend to get a customer, the easier your success in business will be. And what I mean by that is that let's say you have a $1,000 product, right? You can essentially spend $999 on advertising to get a customer because your product is $1,000. On the other hand, if you have, let's say, a $40 product, you can only spend $40 on advertising. And spending $40 on advertising, you're competing against people who have, these $1,000 products who can spend a lot more. So it's harder to compete, right? But when you add a membership to your product, now that $47 product that you're selling, the lifetime value of that customer can wind up being in the hundreds of dollars because they stay with it, right? So now you can essentially spend $200 to make a $47 sale because you know that over time that customer is going to go on to make you $200-300 in recurring memberships, right? This program is not about marketing math, but I do want you to understand that the value of a membership site is that it increases your customer value, which makes everything easier. It makes everything easier because you can then go on Facebook or Google and buy advertising knowing that even if you're breaking even or even losing a little bit of money on the sale, over time you're going to continue making money and you're going to become very profitable as time goes on. Loyalty, right? So loyalty, customer loyalty is really important because nowadays people are inundated with so many different options that it's so very easy for them to get distracted. So, I'm in the dating advice space, and if you go on YouTube, there's I don't even know how many, probably 50,000, 100,000 dating advice videos on YouTube. There's, other dating advice companies. But by having a membership site that delivers quality content, you're building a relationship with your customers that then when you put out other products, right? I recently launched a product called Bionic Verbal Game. And within the first week, that product did, $20,000, $30,000 in sales from previous customers. And a lot of it has to do with the fact that by having these memberships, people are getting new content from me, quality content every single week. And it allows them to kind of feel like a little bit like, so because they're paying for content from me, when they get an email from me, they're more likely to open it, right? Whereas if they get an email from somebody they never bought anything from, or they're not in their membership, they're not going to open it. Just the attention span of people is getting shorter and shorter. But when they're in your membership site, because they're paying you every month, they pay more attention to what they get from you. They become more loyal to you. And that allows you to have that opportunity to sell them more over time. Like I just said, when I launch a new product now, I'm able to sell a lot of it very quickly because of the fact that I have all these people in my membership sites. I built respect for them by delivering them quality content over time, and they get used to opening my emails because they're paying for them, right? Because if they're a member of my social training lab and every week they're getting a new lesson, they open it, they read the lesson, and it's good. When an email from Bobby Rio comes to them, because they know subconsciously or even consciously that they're paying me on a monthly basis, they're more likely to open it. So getting them in a membership allows you the opportunity to sell them more products because they're opening more of your emails and they have a stronger relationship with you. So I hope that I made a good case for a membership, but I mean, but it's not something you need to think too hard about. I mean, the math is very, very simple, right? If you sell a product and then next month you don't sell another product, but you had a membership attached for it, you continue to make money. And it's very easy to make, $10,000, $15,000, $20,000 a month, not even selling a lot of new memberships because the money is, it compounds very quickly, right? So if you get one new customer a day, every single month, your money it's not just one new sale next month, because by the fourth or fifth month, you're still billing the first 4 months people, and now you have a fifth person. So now every Monday, let's say, you're now billing 5 members, and then Tuesday you're billing 5 members, and then and that's saying you're only getting one new customer a day. So memberships, for a variety of reasons, are the single best thing you can add to your business. I can't stress that enough. If I can teach you, I mean, there's 2 things in business that are the most important, right? Email lists and memberships. And you can look at an email list as a free membership in a sense because you're giving them content for free, but it's still a membership. A paid membership is even better because now they're paying you to provide that content for them. So in the remainder of this program, I'm going to talk about what they are, how to develop them. And like I said, my goal is by the end of 30 days, I want you to have a living, breathing, income-producing membership site running.